This is Taj with AVI. We're going to be doing a service on the AC system on this Freightliner with Detroit engine in it using the Triple R machine over here. Before we go ahead and get started with the recharge and recycle and all of that, we're going to go ahead and start with our visual inspection and give you some pointers on some of the components and stuff that are there and what you should be looking for before you go ahead and hook up your machine. Okay, so when we get over here and we start looking at some of the systems, if you notice right here, you're going to see a belt inside of here, and this one's not the one connected to the AC, but of course we identified the fault. It's a little bit frayed right there, if you can make that out. We're going to go ahead and probably replace that belt and move it farther back. You see how it ended up going farther on the idler arm there, the idler pulley. When we replace it, we'll go ahead and get that gap gone. All right, another thing when you're right here is you want to be checking on your compressor, the air gap. So get your feeler gauge, pull it over here, and if you see this little indent right here in between the clutch and the pulley, that's where you want to be checking for your air gap. All right, every one of these compressors has different specs for which feeler gauge you should be using, so make sure you check the specs for your compressor. Once you get through measuring the air gap and for your clutch there on the compressor, you want to go ahead and check your mounting bolts as well down here. You know, just give it the old wiggle, make sure nothing's broke, give it a look, see, make sure everything's mounted correctly, because you don't want that compressor loose and jiggling around and stuff, because that can cause catastrophic failure on the inside of the compressor. All right, when you come over here and you look at this dryer, you can it tells you right here that the oil amount and the type is none. So that tells us if we ain't got no oil going through the system, then we got one of those compressors that has it enclosed inside of it. And that's basically when these semis get the sleepers on there, we were losing a lot of oil inside of the evaporators in the back when they shut the knobs off in the back for the AC, and it was leaving oil inside of the evaporators. So they started enclosing the oil inside the compressor instead of sharing it throughout the system. All right, moving right along. If we get up here to the caps, we want to check these. Go ahead and pull these off before you hook up your machine, of course. And when you pull them off and you look inside of them, you should have a little O-ring in there. You just want to go ahead. Normally, whenever I service one of these AC units, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to replace this O-ring inside of it. And make sure you're using the right O-rings, all right, OEM. Get the right O-rings that you're putting in there. Make sure you got the right size and that it fits snug. So when you put them back in there, you're not getting leaks after the system's been recharged. This one has the little thing. See the O-ring in there, guys? You want to make sure that once you get done recharging the system, don't lose your cats. Go ahead and put those things somewhere where you're going to remember where they are. You know, I know how we like to leave things around, but these are important and they need to be put back on the system so that you're not getting leaks later on and the operator's not having to come back in to get the system recharged. All right, let's go ahead and hook up our Triple R machine now and go ahead and start with the recovering process. All right, we're going to go ahead and move over to our machine now and get started with the recovery process and the recharge process. When we come over here, we're going to push the full cycle. Hit our little green arrow there. Yeah, we want the full cycle. Set our vacuum time. Now, when you're dealing with a R134A system, you want a vacuum time of about 45 minutes, okay? So we're going to put 45 in there. We're going to press the little green arrow. All right, now when you're selecting your port, you can charge this from the high side or the low side, the high side or just the low side, like both of them combined or either or. We're going to go ahead and we're going to charge the system from the low side, okay? So we're going to pick the low side port right here. And then for our refrigerant amount, this is what we're going to charge the system with after we recovered all of the refrigerant out of the system. We're going to look up here at the label, which tells us how much refrigerant is in this AC system. So you got R134A right here, 2.88 pounds. All right. So we're going to come over here simply and put 2.88 pounds, and then we're going to press the little green arrow. Charge. Does the system utilize high voltage compressor? This is an electric vehicle. So it's not an electric compressor, so we're going to go ahead and press the no. Refrigerant identification. If it's external identifier, use connect USB port. Do not connect service hoses to the car. So don't connect yet with your service hoses. Checking the system pressure. The machine is just checking itself out to make sure that it has the pressure to be able to put in the system and pull everything out. Now it's clearing all of the refrigerant out of the lines to get rid of any contaminants or anything like that in the system of the machine system itself. When you're doing this recharge, there's going to be several places where you have wait times. You just got to let the system get through it and continue on. All direction is going to come from the machine. It'll tell you whatever you need to do, whenever you need to do it, and what you need to be doing. Okay, now that the machine's verified what type of refrigerant it has in it, it's asking us to go ahead and connect the service hoses and open the couplers. So now's when we're going to go ahead and connect our hoses, and then we're going to open them up. So take them, hook our high side up to our high side, making sure that it's secure and lock it in place. And then we're going to simply open up the couplers on the service side. Okay, we'll come back to the machine. Now that we've got that done, press the green arrow. Okay, now the system's telling us that we got low refrigerant pressure, basically because we haven't started the vehicle yet. We're going to go ahead and start the vehicle now so that it can identify what refrigerant is inside of the system in the truck. Hey Glenn, go ahead and start up the vehicle for us, buddy. Now that we got the vehicle started and we're going to have some pressure going to the system, we're going to go ahead and come over here and press the green arrow. So the machine moved on to a vacuum. It finished up recovering the refrigerant out of the system. If it had oil in the system, it would have pulled that oil out as well. And now we're moving on to the vacuum. It's going to put a vacuum to it for about 45 minutes. Once it gets done with the vacuum, it's going to perform a leak test for us. And that'll tell us whether or not our system has any major leaks going on. So while you got this going on for 45 minutes, you could be doing something else, making some more money. Okay, now I finished up with the vacuum test. It's going to go ahead and move into the leak check. It takes about 5 minutes. All it's doing is checking for major leaks in the system, which you can tell by the vacuum that it's already put on the system. We just finished up the leak test. It's moving straight into the charging. This is where we're going to go ahead and put refrigerant back into the system, the 2.88 pounds. Okay, now that it finished charging the system, it's going to roll into system health check, the car health check. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and press the little green button. Tells us start the vehicle. Okay, now that it's doing the car health check, it shows us the ambient temperature outside. It's going to pop up with the cabin temperature. We got the high and low side pressures going through the system, basically giving us an overview of what the system looks like. Go ahead and press the green button. Close the high pressure. All right, we got our high pressure closed. We're going to go ahead and hit the green button. Close valves and disconnect the couplers. All right, we got them off. We're going to press the little green arrow. Inject the necessary amount of oil. Clearing the system within the machine. Now you can turn the truck off. You've got the machine disconnected from the truck. The machine's clearing itself out. You've already injected the oil, depending on how much you pulled out of it. And the machine says complete. That's it for the recharge of the AC system on the heavy-duty semi-truck. I'm Todd with ABI. Thanks for joining us.